What's up, guys? Edrone here. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Potensic Atom SE GPS quadcopter. Stay tuned. Take a look at the Potensic Atom SE GPS drone here on the bench. You see here is the box, nice clean white box here. This is coming in at sub 249 grams, 31-minute max flight time. Has the PicSync 2.0. They're advertising 4-kilometer range with 720p video feedback to your device here. 4K high definition. This has electronic image stabilization, optical avoidance, and level 5 wind resistance. They call it surge fly. Yeah, this little Potensic. It comes with this nice little carrying case here. Has side pockets. Feels to be of decent quality. Has a little zipper pouch here in the front. As you can see, it has like a soft liner inside of here. Really premium. Nice little bag they give you to carry everything. Let's go ahead and open it up. All right, right on the back, we can see we have something up here in the top pocket. Looks like we have a USB-C to USB charging cable. We have a screwdriver with some extra screws here and an extra set of propellers. We have the instruction manual. We have all the different phone connectors here to be able to hook to the controller. So you see we have micro USB, we have USB-C, and we also have lightning cable for Apple product there. See, we have the controller here in the side. And it has a really good feel to it, definitely a premium feel. The antennas can articulate either direction here, and they also fold. So folding antennas. Has a little warning here about if you're using an iPhone, you may accidentally disconnect your phone. So this is going to tell you how to get everything set up correctly. The sticks are down here in the bottom of the controller. So we can go ahead and just kind of screw those on. Let's go ahead and see how the gimbals feel on this guy here. Okay, they feel okay. I wouldn't say they feel the best that I've felt, but definitely don't feel cheap by any means. And of course, we have altitude hold. They're both spring loaded here. See, we have a return to home and pause button, power button here on the side. USB-C charging port here in the bottom to be able to charge the controller. We have some indicator lights here that'll tell us our battery level of the controller. Flipping the controller around, not really much to see. On the top of the controller, we have the photo button here with a little camera icon. We have the record button for video, and we have the little wheel here for the camera tilt. And this obviously will extend to fit your device inside here. This is a carrying shoulder strap for the bag here. So you can clip this on and have a little shoulder strap. It is padded, and it just has these little plastic little spring hooks here. Everything's plastic. Seems to be of decent quality. So if you want to add that onto your bag to have a shoulder strap, you have that option. You can see we have 2 batteries tucked down in the bottom here. So very nice to give you 2 batteries with this kit. You can see we have a 7.2 volt, 2500 milliamp, 18 watt hour battery here. And you get 2 of these. You can see it has a little push, little snap-in connector here to snap the battery into place. There's where it connects to the actual drone itself. And it says charge to activate the smart battery before using. We have the actual drone itself. So right off the bat, it feels very, very lightweight. Okay. And here is the drone itself. Definitely is a very lightweight drone. Doesn't weigh much at all. And you can see it has a foldable design. In this particular design for this, you're going to want to unfold the front arm first, then the rear. And then when you go to fold it back, you want to fold the rear arm first and then the front arm last. And you can see the propellers just have two little Phillips screws to take the propellers on and off. Very similar design to other things we've seen in the past. So we have the camera here in the front, and it has a little protective little foam little piece here that we need to remove before use. So we're just going to pop that off, and you can see it has a little bit of a buffering system. So this doesn't have a 3-axis gimbal or anything like that. We're going to be using electronic image stabilization along with this little buffer to help with vibrations and stuff like that for the video. So we'll see how that looks when we go ahead and do the flight testing. You see on the back, here's a spot for our micro SD card as well as our battery. Underneath, you can see we have a couple of visioning positioning sensors here on the bottom, as well as our battery indicator light with a little push button. And to install the battery, it's going to install this way, pushes right in, and clicks into place. Let's go ahead and put this on the scale. All right, we have the battery installed. Let's go ahead and see what the scale says for the weight of this guy. All right, you can see we're at 246.5 grams, putting this under the registration weight limit for recreational use. So if you're going to use this drone for recreational purposes, you will not need to register this. However, if you're going to use this drone for any kind of commercial purposes whatsoever, then this will need to be registered under Part 107. So we've got everything all charged up. Let's go ahead and take this out for a flight test. We're in a rural area in Tennessee, Brownsville, Tennessee, and we're going to be testing this quadcopter out here. This is a GPS drone here made from Potensic. And I'm curious to see how this drone is going to perform. I really want to see what this quadcopter can do and give it a good, fair shake and an honest review. And we'll see how it goes. We're bringing you along for the ride. We'll test out some of the features and functionality on this video. Got the Potensic booted up. I've got the controller booted up with my phone connected. This is the Samsung Galaxy S22 Plus. And as soon as I turned it on, it prompted me to do a firmware update, which definitely want to do that. For a better experience. We want to make sure we give this drone the absolute benefit of the doubt. So now it's going to go ahead and transfer the firmware. So far, I kind of like how everything connected pretty easily. You know, just turn the controller on. It prompted me, actually told me, the controller told me through the app to go ahead and turn on the drone. So I like that, connect the drone, it said. And then I like that this has a cabled connection and it's not like a wireless connection to the controller. Really solid. And you could probably fit, you know, a large tablet in here as well. There's definitely more room for this to slide open. But I actually like the feel of this controller a lot in the hands. Really do like the controller. So what we're going to do is we're going to let the firmware go ahead and update. We're going to do all the calibrations and stuff off camera because I don't want the GoPro to interfere with the calibration process. We got the drone firmware updated on the drone and the controller. Worked really well. Definitely worked easier than I imagined it would. We've got the GPS calibrated in the compass. Did that off camera, but basically you just follow the on-screen prompts. You're going to rotate the drone horizontally 360 degrees until it tells you to rotate it vertically. Then you're going to turn the drone vertically with the camera facing upward. And then you're going to turn that 360 degrees until it tells you that it's successful. And while you're doing that, you don't want any metal around, anything that could interfere with that compass. And we did that. We took everything out of my pockets, wallet, keys, sunglasses, camera, everything was away from it. So I feel fairly confident that we got a good calibration. You can see now we have the picture on the drone here. I'm gonna go ahead and gimbal up a little bit. And first impressions of the camera, not too bad. Not too bad at all. We have 20 satellites, which connected fairly quickly. It says that we have takeoff permitted. We actually have a little map here. And this is going to tell us where the drone is, drone return point, and the position and orientation of the remote control, which I really like that. I like that we have a detailed map. We can zoom in, see where we are, see where the drone is. And I would say this is pretty accurate to where we are. So really nice map. So I like the map feature here. You see we're in a really rural area here, perfect for testing this drone out. Okay, let's go ahead and do a screen recording so you guys can see what's on screen. And we're going to do the media, start recording. All right, guys, so you can see the screen recording, very little to no wind. Lower humidity too. Perfect ideal conditions to do this test. So without further ado, let's go ahead and check the camera here. Okay, so I believe that's in photo mode. Let me just move this out of the way. Let's see here. Okay, so that's video mode. Let's see what the camera settings are. Let's see what the resolution is. We got it set to 4K 30 for the video. EV, let's see what we have for the EV. Looks like we are right on 0. So we're gonna have this set to auto. Everything's gonna be in auto settings. I don't have any ND filters for this. Let's go ahead and push record. We got a chime indicating that we are now recording. Excellent. All right, let's go ahead and do our first takeoff. We got 21 satellites. We're going to go ahead and push the takeoff button here. After sliding. All right.
Home point refreshed.
So let's just take a look at the hover. Let's see how it hovers in place. Not bad. We did get a little bit of drifting, but it kind of went ahead and just got itself lined up into place here. We have the drone video recording as well. Let's go ahead and do a yaw spin. Okay. Pretty slow on this guy. Nice and nimble. A little bit of drifting with the yaw. Let's go the other way. A little bit of drifting, not too bad. Okay. So the GPS seems to be holding pretty good. Let's go ahead and go over here and we're going to do some flying. Actually, vertical takeoff is pretty good. Vertical takeoff is not bad, actually. Just going to look at it up above. Make sure it's not drifting or anything like that. It looks pretty secure. All right, now let's go ahead and take this guy out. Not bad. It's actually pretty fast flyer. Nice. Now you'll see what the video is going to look like. Now keep in mind there's very little to no wind today. So let's go ahead and do a little yaw spin. You can see the horizon. It's a little bit cocked there. Let's come over here. Do a little bit of flying over here. Oh, see, that's the one thing that it almost gives you like an FPV feeling, but when you go to turn the drone, if you turn it too aggressively, because it doesn't have that 3-axis gimbal, you're gonna get some fluttering. You're gonna get that little shift, that little, see how it kind of cocks a little bit. And I'll go back the other way. See that? So while the electronic stabilization is doing a decent job, obviously it can't, it can't take all that out. So, to get the best possible video out of this guy, you're really going to want to do nice slow movements. Like as I go forward here, everything looks fine. No issues there. But then when I let off, we get a little bit of jerkiness. So this is going to have some limitations, obviously. Let's go ahead and come back over this way. I must say it's faster than I thought it would be. Now keep in mind, this is a sub 250 drone here that does not require registration if flying for recreational purposes. There's a nice little bank there. Okay. Now it's going to come back. I can imagine on a windy day it would be a little bit worse. So right now we have the controller with the antennas facing the drone. And what I want to do is I want to just kind of test this signal out, see how good we can do with signal. Let's go over here. Nice wide open area here. I'm trying to make sure I'm facing the drone. So far the signal's not bad. We are 600 feet away. Not bad at all, actually. But yeah, it almost feels like it's flying in FPV mode. So that's going to be a deal breaker for a lot of people. A lot of people are, oh, that was a weird stutter right there. I don't know if that was the drone or the signal, but that was really, really weird. That was really weird. Let's go back. I want to keep going. I want to see how good this can do with signal. Let's see where we're at here. Okay, so I'm facing actually the wrong way. I need to be facing this way. So I was actually had my back towards it and still had decent signal. Let's see if we can't make it to 1,000 feet. Let's see what the signal's like there. We have the return height set to 98 feet, which should be okay. A lot of these trees are not quite that tall. Poor signal. So we just hit 1,400 feet and we're getting the poor signal, and it's getting real laggy, real choppy. Yeah, really bad. So decent range, but not the best. Let's go ahead and push the return to home button. Actually, I think we have to push and hold it, don't we? Let's see. I'm gonna try to get the signal back. Let's see what our options are here. There we are. Push and hold. We're gonna check the accuracy of the return to home now. See how well that does. You know, while it's coming back, I'll tell you, it's not a horrible experience. I don't think by any means this is a horrible drone. And we'll talk about my final thoughts at the end of this video. But yeah, definitely going to be something that I think the price should be a little lower for what it is. Well, we'll see what the video looks like. I mean, I can only go by the on-screen footage at this point. All right, came right back to us. Let's see how accurate that return to home is. Now when I took off right over here off to the left side of the car. So let's see how good that does. It's coming back to us. The drone is in the process of landing. You can adjust the landing position with the joysticks. That's nice. You can adjust it while in flight. Okay, not bad at all, guys. I'd say that's within, you know, a couple of feet. Easy. Very impressed with that. Very impressed. Return to home worked very well. Let's go ahead and take it back up, and I want to do some maneuvers, some hard maneuvers, just kind of see how the drone handles. So let's go ahead. We can also arm by taking the two joysticks and holding them down into the bottom here. And then when you want to take off, you just push the left joystick up, and then that'll come right up for you. All right, let's take a look at this guy. We're going to just fly this line of sight. Now keep in mind, this drone does not have any kind of obstacle avoidance. It only has bottom visioning positioning sensors. So keep that in mind. Let's see what we got here. Let's go ahead and full bore. Oh yeah. It has a little bit of drift, but I think that's probably to help with the not having a 3-axis gimbal. Pretty smooth flyer though, really smooth. guys can see that, hopefully. Really smooth flyer. Really, I'm actually really impressed with the way it flies. The only thing I think could be improved is the braking is a little bit jerky. If you look at the braking, there's a side. So yeah, make sure you give yourself plenty of stopping distance. This guy does have quite a bit of distance for braking. But yeah, all in all, it feels really good to fly. Really good, smooth flyer. Sit here and do orbits, no problem. See what our battery life looks like. Let's see, we're at still 61%, so battery life's pretty good so far. Yeah, we've been in the air for a little over, well, actually a little around 10 minutes we've been in the air. So not bad. Yeah, 29 satellites now. Let's see what other features we have here. Enter the intelligent flight selection here. So before we do that, I want to take a look at some of these settings. Okay, so it will not let us, it doesn't look like it will, oh, here we go. So we have beginner mode turned off. We can change the modes here to sport mode right here in the app. Please switch to sport mode over 26 feet. Okay, let's put it in sport mode then. Okay, wow, this is sports mode. Let's see how she does. Oh yeah, that's fast. Oh yeah. Let's go ahead and go back to the main screen here. We are now in sports mode. Wow. Holy cow. Wow, that thing's fast in sports mode. Wow, it's like a rocket. Woo! Now this would be a nice mode, you know, if you're trying to get like some shots where you're just flying straight and you're not doing any turns. So let's go ahead and try that now. We're going to do a, see, the jerkiness really does almost ruin it for it. But man, I really like the sports mode, man. It's so fast. Look at that. Look at that. Wow, really awesome. The turning though, the turning is really bad. So we're gonna come back. Man, 27 miles an hour. Ooh, signal's really struggling back here. Really struggling back there with the signal. Of course, I'm not very high. I could probably go high and get a little bit better performance out of it. But man, this guy at 25 miles an hour, not bad. So that's sports mode there. Okay. Ooh, we got some water over here. Check that out. Check that out. Let's gimbal down. All right, get a little shot of the water here. It's really hard to get like a slow cinematic like pan without it getting jerky. It really is. But the video itself looks pretty freaking good. All right, let's bring it back. Had it in sports mode. Honestly, what might be better, let's go ahead and put this in video mode. This is going to slow the drone down a lot. So if you're trying to get the best possible locked in looking video, you know, with working with this non 3-axis gimbal, this is going to be the setting you're going to want. Even though it is really slow, this is going to get you, you know, the best possible footage you can get out of it while turning and all that kind of stuff. So it's really slow though. Wow. It kind of takes away from it, you know, being so slow, the footage. But all right, we've checked the speeds out. Let's go back. Let's go to normal mode. I think normal mode's a good good all around. Now let's go ahead and set the return to home height to 128 feet. I think that's good. Altitude limitation, we have that set to 394 feet, which is good. And then we have the distance to 1,300 feet. Okay, so it tells you right there you know, the limitation's 1,300 feet, and we went 1,400 and got signal issues. So that's pretty accurate. And then we have circling flight setting. What is this? Let's see what this is. Okay, so we could change it to feet or metric. Very nice. There's our calibration. There's our controller. Here's our battery. We got 40%. I like it. It has all the battery stats on here. That's really helpful. And then we have the general settings. So let's go ahead and bring it back. I want to go ahead and try some of these flight modes here. Tell you what, it's pretty quiet too. You don't really hear it till it's like right up on you. Quiet little drone. Now I do have some obstacles around me, so as you can see, I got some power lines here, power lines there. We've got some guide wires here. So we're gonna have to be really careful when we do these modes, but I wanted to just see how this little guy does. Let's bring it down a little bit lower. I feel pretty confident right there. Let's go ahead and try some of these intelligent flight modes. Okay, yep, this is saying that this could result in the drone crashing, stuff like that. Let's try the follow me function. Oh, we can't do it less than 5 meters high. So let's go up a little higher. Let's try that. Try that again. Oh. Man, that's pretty high. It's gotta be pretty high. I see. Let's go back. Let's go a little higher. All right, let's try that. All right, we got the follow me function on right now. I'm just gonna kind of slowly walk backwards while keeping my eye on this thing so something doesn't happen. Okay, as you can see, I'm not controlling the sticks. It is controlling itself. Let's see how well it does keeping me in shot. So it's kind of got me off to the far back of the frame. So it's working okay. I wish it didn't have to be so high. Let's see if I can pilot it down. Can I bring it down? It's letting me bring it down. Okay, so letting me bring it down. Let's go a little bit lower. Let's see if that works. Okay. Okay, it's starting to come back. So, you know, it's a little bit of a novelty. It is working. I guess if you were doing like maybe some bike riding or maybe some light jogging, they'd be able to keep up with you. It's not doing bad, but it's not, you know, it's not the best I've seen. All right, so follow me mode, that's okay. Let's exit out of that. Let's see what else we have. We have circle flight, waypoint flight, and head mode. Okay, so I'm not really interested in the headless mode and all that. You know, that's basically if you put it in headless mode, you know, it doesn't matter which position the drone's facing. Back will always be back, forward will always be forward. What I am interested in, let's try this circle flight here. Yes. Okay. Oh. Oh, okay, okay, okay. Okay. It's doing a circle basically right where it was. So keep in mind that might be a little bit of a dangerous mode if you're not ready for it. I don't watch them power lines. Okay, well, so basically circle mode, once you push it, it's going to start doing a circle right then and there. And it is working, so that's good. Let's go ahead and stop, confirm. All right, that was a little scary. Make sure you're in a wide open area with no obstacles around when you do that. Final thoughts on the Potensic Atom SE GPS drone here. You know, all in all, I really like it. I really do like it. it definitely has some downfalls, and we're going to go over some of those right here in my final thoughts. So as far as what I like best about this whole drone, everything is the controller. I love the controller. It feels really good in my hands. It fits my device perfectly. It feels secure in the little cradle mount. It connects to the drone, really quickly. And I really love the app as well. The app, it worked, flawlessly for me. The app worked really good. I love all the functionality. It's easy to understand. Everything is labeled clearly. They really do a good job of telling you, what everything does in the app. So you have a good idea when you're flying this and piloting this, especially for a beginner. I really do like all of the helpful features in the app. It really does make for a way better user experience. Now, let's go ahead and talk about the drone here. The Sub 250, I really like that. I like that they went ahead and made this a ultra lightweight, under 250 gram GPS quadcopter, so that if you're just wanting to fly this for fun, you don't have to worry about registering it or having any remote ID come September 16th. You don't have to worry about any of that for recreational purposes. As far as the way this flies, it flies great. It really does. It flies really good. I love the way, it cruises around in sports mode. It was like a rocket, man. This thing was zipping through the air. Really, really cool. I love how fast it is, especially for the small size of it. Really quiet as well. Really quiet quadcopter. The return to home worked really good as well. The features and the functionality were okay. They weren't the best. The follow me mode, wasn't the best. The circle mode was okay. I really would rather you be able to, pick something on the screen and highlight that as your center of circle and be able to orbit around that versus it just doing a circle right where it is, once you press go. That was a little bit scary, to be honest, because I wasn't really ready for it. But either way, it did do the circle. It would continue to do the circle until you press stop. So that all worked. Everything worked good on that. Let's talk about the biggest downfall with this quadcopter, and that's going to be the lack of a 3-axis gimbal. Man, that's a huge downfall for this drone here, and this is going to discourage a lot of people from wanting to get this because the footage just doesn't come out as smooth and as good as it could be, without that gimbal. The electronic image stabilization works okay, but it just does not perform nowhere near as good as a 3-axis gimbal would. So my recommendation, obviously, with a lot of others, is going to be put a 3-axis gimbal on this and charge more if you need to, because people would pay more for this if it had a 3-axis gimbal. Now, with this being, the way it is, I've seen this quadcopter online going for about $299 with the controller, with the bag, with the 2 batteries, and everything you saw in the video. And I've seen it a little bit cheaper at some of the other stores, such as Walmart. I think I saw it for like $248. Now, I would say for this not having a 3-axis gimbal, if you were to lower the price, I think it would be well worth the money if this were right around the $200 price point. If this was $200 for the kit, I don't think you'd have any issues whatsoever selling this and selling a lot of them, to be honest. But coming in at $300 and not having a 3-axis gimbal, it puts you up against so much more fierce competition that honestly is going to blow this out of the water when it comes to the video and the video performance and the stability of the image. And that's huge when it comes to a drone. When you're buying a drone, you're buying something because you want to get good footage. You want to get cinematic looking video. And man, it just kills it for this when you go around turns and stuff like that. It almost feels like it's almost an FPV mode all the time. So, put your thoughts down below. I'm curious to see what you guys think from the video that we did here. We did the testing and everything. I don't think it's a complete fail by any means. I'm glad that there's another company coming up into the drone market that seems to be using a lot of premium materials and have a really good, easy user experience. I think that's awesome. I would love to see Potensic come out with more and put out way better products with 3-axis gimbals, and I think you're onto something. I really do. I think this could definitely compete with the competition had this had a 3-axis gimbal. The video quality looked good from what I could see. The video looked good. The transmission was okay, decent for, this size quadcopter. We were able to get about 1,500 feet. Not the greatest, but definitely, by far not the worst. So yeah, I think we could use some improvements on this to make this even better. And I think I do wish the company a lot of success. Thank you so much for sending this out for review. Greatly appreciate it. And honestly, guys, I'd like to go ahead and give this away to somebody. So put down in the comments. Make sure you subscribe, like the video, hit the bell icon, all that good stuff. But if you'd be interested in winning this and you are in the U.S., I will go ahead and pick one lucky winner in the comments to go ahead and give this quadcopter to. So go ahead and put your comments down below. Tell me what you think about this Potensic Atom and versus other competition drones in the market. And once again, guys, thank you so much for watching. Really, really do appreciate all your love and support. And stay tuned, guys. There's going to be more GPS drone reviews on the channel, so stay tuned for that. And until next time, guys, thanks so much for watching. Edrone out.